Morning, guys. Can you hear it? My friend's back. Freaking electric fences. Anyway, some polish here because I'm going to show you a tech tip. I think I've shown this before, but it's been quite a while since I've shown it. These plastic lenses, these helmets, they get like shit. Most helmets I've had before, the good ones, come with spare plastic. But, sure, if it's got big weld, splattered burn marks and stuff in it, yeah, throw it away and change it. If it's just getting a bit hazy and a bit shitty, bit of old frickin' polish, car polish, doesn't matter what it is, it's gonna be better than that. I've done this quite a few times and it's just, you sort of think, man, it's getting shitty to look through. And you have a bit of a look, oh yeah, it's pretty grubby, dirty. Because you get all the fumes and shit and crap and whatever come off your welding. Obviously, whoa! Obviously knock your phone on, rip the cord out of it and break it. Obviously, when you pull that off, give this a clean. So I got these rags is quite clean. So just give that a clean up. Just get rid of the shit and everything off it. So at least when you're looking through it and it's got no lenses on, it's nice and clean to look through. You can even give this inside one a clean up too if it's crappy. But I just push it right out of the thing, out of the holder. If you've got a nice flat, clean surface, put it on. Which I haven't really, but I can soon make one. That's what I normally do. Is I just normally slip down on something nice and flat and clean, like this piece of perspex will do. I'll just give it a wipe off, a bit of brake clean or something. Right, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. So I'll just give this a quick clean off and just for the benefit of what we're doing, just so we're not right. So obviously make sure you got rid of the worst of the shit off it. Hopefully some shit in here. I should have grabbed the bottle of it. Thought it looked like it had a little bit left of crap in it. Was it really? It doesn't have to be anything specific. Probably that plastic, like headlight polish shit would probably be the best thing, but as long as it's some sort of cut or polish of some description, will make a friggin' hell of a difference to a dirty, shitty lens that you can't see through. It's pretty simple. It takes frickin' only a few minutes to improve the situation. Like especially if you've got another lens protector, if you know what I mean, for your welding helmet, or if you, like I've even done it, it's been using it, got a brand new helmet, it's only a few weeks old, you're doing a lot of welding, you don't want to be changing your plastic lens after a few weeks of use. It's not hard to give it a clean, improve the situation for a while. Just give it a quick buff off, flip it over, do the other side as well, may as well. Trust me, I grabbed the one with hardly anything in it. It's just a couple of random bottles that Dad had at home. Come on. Anyway, we're digging the lid. Enough from there. Yeah, sweet. And just give it a good bloody clean up, basically. If you wanted to, you could slay another rag down underneath it or something like that. Just give it a bloody good polish up. Makes a freaking hell of a difference. I've done this a lot over the few years I've been welding. Well, I haven't done it, you know. I've done starting to do a reasonable amount of welding now, but I wasn't always a welder. Just taught myself over the years and just helped out and then slowly learnt. But okay, I know it's not perfect, but that's a hell of a lot cleaner to look through than what it was before. So at least now when you're looking through it, you can half-wise see what you're doing. This probably really needs replaced. It's pretty buggered. But if you had a really good go, a couple of times, you'd actually probably improve the worst of the scratches in it too. Some more polish on here. The more you polish it, obviously, the worse of the scratches it'll take out and make it cleaner to look through. So really, if you had done this with some plastic polish, the headlight polish, you know, if you're doing a lot of welding, you could do it every, week or so, or a couple of weeks, and you'd make your lens last way longer. And be a lot nicer to look through for a lot longer and save you on, replacing lenses, the plastic lenses in your helmet. So that's way better to look through now. Like, it's not perfect, but shit, that's got to be better than the hazy, greasy, grimy mess. And when I first looked at this helmet, like it actually fully oxidised. It was real white just about. The first time I looked at this welding helmet, it was freaking terrible. So I'll throw that back on the front. I'll have a quick look at the inside one, but you get the gist. Laying your plastic lens back in. However it fits in there. In there. You can see all the white shit in there. That's what the whole lens was like when I first looked at this helmet, because it just been sitting here collecting dirt and shit and crap and whatever. I don't know how good a helmet this is, but probably the whole thing could probably do a bloody clean up. Yeah, we'll just pop this. Well, the inside one's not too bad because I think it had plastic on it and I pulled it off the other day to try and improve things. But yeah, you can just pop that out too and clean it up. It's not bad. But again, you can, if it gets dirty and shitty in behind it, you can pop it off and just give it a wee wipe out in there too. So you might do that. Just have a wee look. So 9 times out of 10 are just a plastic lens. Just give that a wee wipe. And dust out basically. So this is pretty good. Yeah, I could probably just do just a quick wipe up. They don't normally get as bad on the inside, but they do get dirty and shitty as well, as these guys that are all welding probably know. So if you're doing a shitload of welding, yeah, and you think, man, you're changing these plastic lenses all the time because they're getting really crappy and dirty, and you're buying them fairly regularly. Just a bit of car polish will make them, make them last a lot longer. Oh, gotta get that back in there now. There we go. Sweet. Done. So yeah, that'll be a lot nicer to look through now. Yeah, that's heaps better, just for a decent clean up. Well, it's not perfect, but at least you can see through it. So that's my tech tip for the day. Yes, that's the tech tip for the day. So you like a bottle of something like that, or that plastic headlight cleaner, works perfectly on that. And like I know the packets of those lenses when I had my helmet in Australia was just off the top of my head, with about 3 or 4 of those plastic things, was about $20 odd, $25 I think, from memory, roughly, for the helmet that I had. It might have been a little bit more than that, I can't remember exactly, but you know, if you can make the original set, because I know my helmet came with about 2 or 3 new things, I'm pretty sure, you know, if you can make that last 3 or 4 times as long, with giving them just a clean up every now and then, as long as they haven't got any big burn marks, I think that's the secret. If they haven't got any big burn marks, you just keep polishing them up until they are really quite scratched and pitted, and then they are a bit awkward to see through, but you know, and they're plastic headlight polish, like most cars have got plastic headlights now, so you can, it's a double whammy, you know, you can use a little bit on your welding helmet every few weeks if you're doing a lot of welding, and if your headlights on your car or your truck or whatever else is looking a bit shitty, well, you can give them a polish too. You don't have to go out and especially buy something for your headlights, because you can use it for both. But just normal car polish will do the same thing, but that plastic headlight polish is better. I just used to carry I had like a little freaking, I can't think it was Mother's or Maguire's or something like that. I just had a little piece, you know, with my welding gear and stuff. So yeah, that's my tech tip.